Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you. Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you.
Home time! Ready.
I Mixup An Blenda time. I'm want to call and talk of the King's day.
That's the reason I'm done with him, because I said, boy, I'm here to get a beer with the same Ragashanti.
Hold on, the boy have you and the girl have beard with the same red rock?
Yes. Raga.
Yeah.
Beside the girl with the next side of story about the red Raga. Then people that look at me and say you're Haganiering because the way we are.
Yo, that word they're mad. Haganiering. Haganiering to the flipping world.
Hi. Ragashanti, I the Mixup daddy. Hallelujah. Ragashanti go on and on. Yes, Ragashanti. Do you know how Richie feelings this, right? And you know me have to listen to your program because you talk a crocus bag of things with scandal side of it.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
Check. Bounce it low.
Ragashanti live.
Take it on low.
Ragashanti live.
Big up on yourself, people. Big up on yourself, My name Ragashanti. I'm my mama last picnic. Wash belly. Big up on yourself. Mr. Wash belly in the place and thing. Large up on yourself and sitting. People, me and some proper seafood right now, so nobody can chat to me. Me not hungry. And me and some proper seafood right now, yeah. Well, we don't have no lobster setting, but crazy shrimp. Woolly pa shrimp. Cajun seasoned. You don't know that's something, right? You don't know that them say seasoning and pepper. Well, not like Jamaican, but definitely they have that Caribbean flavor there. Right? Want to remind people that Louisiana, a state in the southern United States, and think it was that property was actually bought by the United States from the French. And you know, so the French had, them they colonized over Haiti. So Louisiana is known for what is referred to as Cajun food, Cajun cuisine, C-A-J-U-N, cuisine. And it is delicious food in terms of seasoning is not a big thing here in the United States in general. Like seasoning, the way we use seasoning, But Louisiana is one of, or maybe the state out of all the states that have an identity for food where utilize a lot of seasoning, the way we like seasoning our food for cooked down with seasoning. So, of course, a lot of this has been commercialized. The very popular Popeye's chicken is supposedly branded off that, which is not quite the same. But Louisiana, I've never been to Louisiana, and I do want to go. I do want to go to Louisiana, the whole thing about Mardi Gras and things like that. But just so you know, what they don't explain though, I mean, and people who know the thing will tell you, it's about Africa, really, right? So a lot of the people, what on the state of Louisiana and go, all right, Bruce, big up yourself. But what I'm saying is Louisiana's brand, and that has been, that, you know, they owe a lot of, you know, to the extent that the state is, it has managed to differentiate itself from the other state in a way where it has been marketable and attractive and whatever, which most people know has to do with, well, the topography is also a thing down there, the geography and things. So Louisiana, the bayou, you know, and the swamp and all them stuff, you know, they're quite legendary also, and there are all sorts of stories that go with that, you know, in conjunction with the so-called southern United States culture going way back to, you know, them days there. I think, but what it is known for right now is Mardi Gras and the food and all this stuff, and it's just so good. Well, the Louisiana food that I've ate when I was in Florida is so good. So I can imagine that, you know, were I to go to Louisiana and I'm having the meal down there, there would be, numerous opportunities to have real Louisiana Cajun food. And it's on my bucket list. It's on my bucket list. And I want to remind you that bucket list is just basically things that you want to do before you exit this earth, like we all have to exit. And, you know, you can have your bucket list about things you wanted to do. I've managed to do a whole bunch of stuff on my bucket list already. I've been to Greece, you know, Athens, Greece. There's some other places I want to go, but I've been to Athens, Greece and stuff and learned some stuff there. That was on my bucket list. I've been to Italy. Been there a whole bunch of time. I actually love Italy. I never thought that I would, but Italian culture is fascinating in numerous ways, and that compelled me to return. I actually did schooling in Italian there, but just the basics and thing, and hopefully in the future I can continue doing that because I love languages. I've been to France, Paris, France, a whole bunch of times, several times. I've been to Spain. I actually love Spain. I want to go to southern Spain. Southern Spain is still on my bucket list. But I've been to Madrid. Well, I had a girlfriend in the past who lived in Madrid, so that gave me reason to go there a whole bunch of time. And then I fell in love with Barcelona. And Barcelona is a city like no other. Well, it has similarities to European cities, but you know, it was on my bucket list, and I fell in love with Barcelona. Ended up going back to Barcelona a whole bunch of times, right? I went to Holland, right? Went to Amsterdam in Holland, and had some fun there. I was interested in their legalized prostitution that they have there. I know that is structured and so forth. No, I did not buy any juju when I was there. I did not buy any coochie when I was in Amsterdam and over there in the Netherlands. And Prezi, do you believe me that when I went to Amsterdam I never buy no coochie? You believe me? Okay, good. Because you know Reggae never buy coochie, you know? Prezi, I'm a brother, you know. Them for no. Big up yourself. But what I had over there, who remember when I went there and I had, them did have one cake. I forgot what them call the cake. But I'm not going to remember and tell me, man. And I had the cake, and of course the cake had ganja in it. And when I tell you that cake made me high for how much days and what, and it was a good high too. Don't misunderstand. I'm not celebrating, illegal drugs or anything. But back in the day in Jamaica, I smoked weed regularly, so I know a bad high and I know a good high, and a better high, I should say. And things. So that was the Netherlands, I'm just saying that these were countries on my bucket list and I managed to go there. I also went to, I wanted to go to Shashamane in Ethiopia and to see the Jamaicans who repatriated there, the Jamaican Rastas who repatriated there. And I got to do that, and that was incredible. That was an incredible experience. And what is interesting was while I was in Addis Ababa, that is how they pronounce it, Addis Ababa, I met a bunch of white people there who absolutely loved Ethiopia. In fact, I was in a museum, and I was right beside, I was touching the throne of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, and I was there touching the throne, and he was like, so this guy came up to me and he's like, oh, you're touching the throne? And I'm like, yeah, I must admit it's not a big deal for me, but I have a lot of my countrywomen and countrymen, Jamaicans, but I'm saying that to him, and they're Rastas, and this would just be there. Can you imagine, like, Rastas getting to touch, Rastas who believe, you have Rastas who do not subscribe to Haile Selassie, I believe it or not. I know many of you think that all Rastas do, but such is not the case. It depends on the mansion that you're in, and mansions are equivalent to what in theology they refer to as denomination, right? So they have their mansions and things. But anyway, so I was telling him that, my friends, my Rasta friends would just, this would just be their greatest dream, to actually be touching the throne of Selassie and thing and whatever. And so I'm telling him why I came over here to learn more about Rastafari, in Ethiopia. And then he said, and he said, well, I'm a Christian. So when he said I'm a Christian, I thought he was going to say something in opposition to Rasta, because I'm used to that from Jamaica. Like, Christian, they must say bad things about the Rasta, and the Rasta, they must say bad things about the Christian. And so he said, I'm a Christian. And this is a white man, and then him had a friend them come up beside him, and was like, yeah, we're Christians, and and this Ethiopia is just like a dream come through for us. It's the greatest, we think this is the greatest nation, the greatest area, spot on earth, and this means a lot for us as Christians. So I was like, as Christians, Ethiopia, so I was saying, well, I heard people say that about the supposed location where Jesus Christ was buried and raised up in the Middle East and in Bethlehem and all this stuff. So I so he said, And so, well, we're Christians, and we get our teachings from the Bible. And it was as adults that we came to realize that what we know as a King James version of the Bible, these were white people talking to me, in the capital of Ethiopia, Addis Ababa. And they're saying that until we found out that this is where our Bible came from. And I said, what do you mean? And so them start telling me about all these other eras in Ethiopia, rich in history. And I go through a whole heap of something about, essentially saying it's part of the cradle of civilization. And for those of you who are familiar with the scholarship from Kemetian scholarship, Kemet, Kemet, you can Google that and just say, what is Kemet? Where is Kemet? Whatever. And that will start you on an interesting journey if you're interested in this sort of thing. But there were these white people, remember, me go there to learn about Rasta, and there was these white people telling me that they are Christian, and Christianity started in Ethiopia. And he was explaining to me the text, the writings and the theology. Theology has to do with, religious doctrine. And it was just amazing to me to hear all of that. And it was just reaffirming as a black person, as a Jamaican of African descent, and one who in Jamaica, my own country, was poisoned about Africa. right? And not only poisoned deliberately, but unfortunately, it is still the case that the status quo in Jamaica remains deliberately neglectful of the positive aspects of our roots and how those can contribute to we as a people truly feeling better about ourselves, grounded in historical facts and thing. And it was another one of those experiences for me that, you know, you get outside of your country and you only wish that, you know, the powers that be that get up every day and complain about this and that and that and this, and, you know, if they would just realize that. But some of them, they just don't know, and some of them, they deliberately don't want to know because, as I've explained to you before, the present situation certainly benefits them in terms of power and economy and things like that. But I'm just saying this whole thing about bucket lists, you know, like things you would want to do, fun things and learn things. And I would like to encourage you all, you know, to as much as you can, you know, do that. And it doesn't have to be what Raga has, you know. It can be your own thing. It can, you know, and it doesn't have to be that you have to go to places, but it can just be doing certain things, you know, just have it that you've, you know, if you have never done so-and-so before, it could be that you've never gone into a natural organic spa before where them put the mud on you and the real thing. You may want to do something like that, you know. And it could be other things, you know. It could be other things, you know. So the whole notion of a bucket list, I you know, like things you would love to do. And as far as I'm concerned, even if you don't get to do them, the fantasy of them is enjoyable, right? Women enjoy fantasy more than men as an end, right? Women more so than men can fantasize about something and enjoy the fantasy and don't want the fantasy to be real. Now, that may sound like a contradiction, but it's not if you understand women. Women can enjoy a dream. Women can enjoy the possibility of something and whatever. And then if you're going to say something and make reality kick in or whatever, it just spoil it for them. It's like, no. But that being said, I'm just saying that even the fantasy of the thing can be, you know, an end of itself and not necessarily a goal that must be fulfilled or else you cannot enjoy it. And my bucket list was Ghana was on my bucket list too. I went to Ghana and absolutely fell in love with Ghana. People, Jamaican people, listen to me. When you go Ghana, it's like so much about Jamaica makes sense. I mean, there's a lot there that's very different. Yeah, it's a totally different country that is thousands of miles across the Atlantic. But that is where our ancestors come from. When you go Ghana, me say there's just all these aspects of Ghana that I was just like, wow. It's like you're there Jamaica. And I remember, you know, having a conversation with somebody and she's like, whoa, over here they're just like us. And I'm like, you're getting it wrong in terms of the directionality of it. It's not they are just like us. It's we are just like them. They are not of us. Rather, it is we that is of them. And this is the root of the thing there. Ghana, I love Ghana. I would live in Ghana. I would live in Ghana. Trust me on that one damn thing. Bucket list, people. So bucket list is a good idea, like, you know, places you can go. And I know sometimes the funds, you know, not too wonderful and sickness. So that is a reality we all have to contend with to some degree. And I would encourage you that, to be careful when you have your bucket list and to go places. Make sure you research them and to see what the political climate is there, what political climate there is like. You see what is going on now in Peru, right? Now, Peru has a lot of amazing historical sites and heritage sites, including the famed Machu Picchu and thing. But thousands of tourists go to Machu Picchu every year, and boom, a political unrest explode. They're trapped there now, and them can't get out. And all kind of craziness going on down there now in Peru. So you know what I'm saying? You have your bucket list and thing, but be careful. Be careful when you travel, go somewhere. You have somewhere on your bucket list and say you want to go. But I'm just sharing that with you to let you know that I have my bucket list, and it is still not exhausted yet, right? Told you about all those places I've been. I've been to Japan. I love Tokyo. Tokyo is fun. And I've been to Kyoto. Kyoto. It's basically like Japan has a whole heap of famous cities, but Kyoto in terms of Japanese heritage. If you want to know what about Japanese heritage and their history, that is the city to go to. And I've done some research over there in reggae music and dancehall, and it's just amazing the way the culture is over there with Jamaican indigenous dancehall. When you go dance, some dance at Japan, and when me go in there one time, my Japanese linky them carry me there. Not one Jamaican in there. I be a Japanese in there. And when you hear them talk and whatever, you that thinks you're Jamaica, you're there now and dancer. Right? And this is all over Japan. And it's fascinating. So you learn a lot, I've been to the Guangdong province of China, specifically Guangzhou and things, so and learn something there also about work with Jamaican ICIs, informal commercial importers, who go to China and they buy their products and go back to Jamaica and they sell them and all this stuff and whatever. And so I've been there for several times in Guangzhou in China, and bucket list, man, right? And I still have stuff on my bucket list for Asia. I want to go to Vietnam. I want to go to Thailand and those places and things like that. And, I would love to go to South Korea also and things like that. I'm not thinking on my bucket list here, man. We'll see how it goes in the future. But these things give your life meaning, right? I love languages. Not so much to get fluent, but just learning them. When you learn a language, you learn a culture and so forth, and things like that. This whole bucket list thing, and I check it out. No, I've not been to Cuba. I've not been to I've been to all these distant places, and I've not been to a lot of Caribbean places. I've been to La República Dominicana, the Dominican Republic, and that's an interesting place, I'm telling you. I've been to the Dominican Republic. I can't say I've been to Trinidad, but I've gone through Trinidad. So, but that don't count. It don't count, because I've never been out inside of Trinidad. And I was dating this lady one time, and the deal was I would take her to, this years and years and years ago. So I took her to Paris. She wanted to go to Paris, so I took her to Paris. And she was supposed to take me to Trinidad Carnival. And we broke up before that. By the way, talk about bucket list. One other thing you may want to check out is Brazilian Carnival. People, that's like, and if you go there, you want to go to the Brazilian Carnival is millions of people just partying all over Brazil. Just millions. It's just this huge national party. And for Brazilians, that's what it is. It's the party. But I would like to suggest that if you go there, that you really go and check out the Brazilian float, in this place called we name Sambodromo, right? It's in Rio de Janeiro, and things. So, as much as you can, check that out. There are a lot of Jamaicans who live in Brazil, but they live north of Rio. And just so you know, back in the day, the fishermen, the fishing culture on the coast of all those nations that exist in the Caribbean Sea or they're in Central and South America come around, there was a lot of exchanges going there between people. And there was a lot of people having multiple families. You know, them have Jamaican family, but them have a family down in, one of the, Costa Rica was, one of the places where a lot of Jamaicans, relocated or have other families there. It would be, it's very interesting, right? Because I went to an island called San Andreas, which belongs to Colombia. And it was like I was in Jamaica. And there were all these people, Colombians in this island called San Andreas, who were like referring to Jamaica as the motherland. It was just a surreal experience for me. Because for me, Africa is the motherland. And then you go to this country and these people are saying, no, Jamaica is the motherland. Why? A whole heap of Jamaican fishermen go down there and breed up over years and decades and decades and decades and breed up women down there. Some relocate down there and have family down there. And over the years, it's just this hybrid form of Jamaican culture with Colombian culture in San Andreas. And the cuisine, the food and everything is this mixture of, this Latin American Colombian cuisine with Jamaican cuisine. It was just amazing. Bucket list. All right? Check it out. But anyway, before we take our break, people, I don't know, I said the scamming thing big out there, right? The scamming thing big out there. Where Rooney said, the Jamaicans living apart in Brazil it's called Salvador de Bahia. And Jimmy Cliff is somewhere up there. That's where he relocated up there, loved it so much. I've never been there. I've been to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil several times. But I do want to go, and that's the home. And Brazil culture is so diverse. When you go to Brazil, there's different type of music. It's like we have like ska and reggae, and they have a whole heap of different type of music, and that is regionalized because, of course, Brazil is a massive country, and 200 million people and thing and whatever, and there's just so much going on there. Sadly, there's a lot of racism there too, grounded in the Portuguese slavery that was there back in the day. And a lot of preference for lighter-skinned people and all this stuff going on. But the culture is just so vibrant and energetic and dynamic, and the people are just so much fun. Brazilians have this healthy appetite for fun and revelry and the whole works. It's just amazing. Brazil is just like an amazing, amazing place. But you're quite right, Rooney. There's a part in Brazil where a lot of Jamaicans are. Jamaicans are all over in Brazil, and there's a lot of them in Rio. But Salvador de Bahia is an area where that has a lot going on up there with Carmen. Big bucket list. So just having a bucket list, and the bucket list can be to go to places that you've never gone before, but it could be going to places in Jamaica that you've never gone before. Lover's Leap, Reach Falls. There's a lot of things to do right there in Jamaica. It could be to do something you've never done before. Like I said, you could go get a spa mud bath, if you're into that type of thing, or just circle the island, as safe as you can, of course, and be careful when you do so. When I was in Jamaica, I went on an outside I did probably hundreds of outside broadcasts over the years. And I remember I was on one in St. Elizabeth. And I was talking to a woman, and I think she was 57 years old. And she's in St. Elizabeth. And she's like, yeah, you know, Kingston and thing, why? Well, when I can't keep it and thing, me would never go there and thing. So I said, what you mean you would never go Kingston? What do you mean? She said, no, I'm not go there. I said, does that mean you've never been to Kingston? She's like, no, I've never been there and I don't want to go there. And I did not realize how arrogant I was. Because these are the things where you learn, and I have that maturity to admit that you were arrogant. You made a mistake there. Because it was hard for me to think that you can have a 57-year-old woman in a Jamaica who had never been to Kingston. But that is arrogant. That is arrogant. Why is it arrogant? One, there are lots of people in Jamaica who have never been to certain other area in Jamaica. It's when I was an adult, or the first time when me a big man, after me come America and go back or whatever, I saw me go Portland. I've just never been to Portland. Part of the reason it's in the corner and whatever. I've been to St. Thomas, just never been to Portland and thing and whatever. And I saw when me a big man, me end up go Portland. You understand? And like I said, it was arrogant of me to think that, well, how could you be Jamaican, 57 years old, and say you've not been to Kingston? What's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with that person. There are a lot of people in Jamaica who have never been to certain parts of Jamaica. They just have never been there. They don't know about it and thing. And they, you know, what I'm saying is, even right there in Jamaica, you have attractions all over. You know, that you can check out and have fun and learn about it and thing and whatever. So, you know, my bucket list was markedly, obviously, international, yeah, all over the world. But what I'm saying, you know, your bucket list don't have to be all over the world. If you're here in the U.S., it can be in your state. If you're in Jamaica, it can be in Jamaica. If you're in the Caribbean, it can just be going places in the Caribbean. And or it does not have to be going places. It can be doing things. Yes, your bucket list can be doing stuff that you never thought that you would do. Think about that. Mm-hmm. What are some of the things that you swore you would never do? Some of them, we understand, you probably should just don't ever do them. They could be that bad. But some of them, yeah, I'm being mischievous, I think. Yeah, Raga think that. All right, but the bucket list thing, it's fun. That's what I'm telling you. You know, the bucket, because my bucket list thing is like languages too, you know. It's on my bucket list to learn Tree. Will I learn? I don't know. I may get to it, I may not. But Tree is a language spoken by some of the Akan peoples in West Africa. I want to learn Tree. Do I want to learn Tree to increase my international marketability? Nah, it's not that, you know. Tree is not out there like that. It's just my personal fun, my personal satisfaction to like learn Tree. And I'm sure in learning Tree, it's going to explain a lot about our Jamaican patois that is primarily a derivative of tree. Spelled T-W-I, by the way. Pronounced tree, but spelled T-W-I. So you can check out them things there, you know? So your bucket list could be to learn some things. That you don't have to even go anywhere to do that, you know? The internet can afford you so much right now. But anyway, people, so I am hip to a lot of the scamming that, different subject, a lot of the scamming that goes on online. So I just ignore them. I get them every day. I get some scamming thing every day, right? As is the case with many of you, but this one is interesting. I live in Queens, right? I live in a certain area in Queens, right? And somehow, whoever is sending me this email have some sort of information out there associated with me who knows that I live in Queens. and know the area of Queens, because Queens big, you know. So them know the area of Queens where I live in, right? Which is nothing for you to get alarmed about, because your address, you know, and all kind of things out there on people, unfortunately. I think that's just the age we're living in, right? You know. So them have all these databases out there, right? And what is one of the common scamming thing is to put out the bait for catch you. And it's to give you something for your grab on pan and go follow. Right? So that's one of the scamming thing, them and generalship thing, them and thing. So I usually ignore them. I'm gonna pay them no mind. So this person say, "Hi Ragashanti. I live here in so and so when I live with you. It is Jess. I am so bored. Let's talk." So let me tell you, I can't recognize a scam when we see it, like whatever. So it's vague. It's you know, it's a form of what I'm called phishing. But this is PHISING. For those of you who don't know about that, write it down and check it out. It's a form of scamming when them. It's an approximation of the actual phishing. FISHING, fishing, which is you put out the bait and you catch the fish. So the internet version of it is phishing, PHISHING. You can check it out, Google it and check it out. So it's these things when them do, them send you to get information from you and thing and whatever, that them end up use. So this is a form of that and thing. So I was just in the mood. I'm going to say, which Jess? Because she say, it is Jess. I am so bored. Let's talk. So Jess now write me back till 3 days later. Jess said, "Yes, Ragashanti, hello. My boyfriend is out of town. Let's meet. Here are my pics." And I see a link there, hyperlink for Jesse Gallery. Sign in there and find my profile. My nick is kisses. Looking forward to be with you, Jess. So basically, Jess, this online now, this is Jess. I beat me with her front. But people, this don't even have to be a woman, This could be one big old stay-bad man, But this is just a female hustling. Because I know men out there frightened for the prospect of some fun and this and that and whatever. You understand? So this so-called Jess and so it could be a form of phishing. Me I'll go link the link there right now, I could trigger something now for get in my email, trigger one exactly Tanpo Kwang. Tanpo Kwang, is that your real name? And I don't mean to be rude if it is. I just, is that your real name? Tanpo, and am I pronouncing it correctly? Not saying four. Tanpo Kwang. You say, Raga, you always say, don't run. No worry, man, me hip to the thing. So I just tell people about it now. You say, you got to press this link here. You're liable if you trigger something, wipe your computer and take all of your information, gone up in your bank account, all kind of something. As well as it could be just somebody who is for them way to get followers and people who come on them site and who knows you probably go over there and you have to pay for something or whatever the case may be. You may go over there and see one big chun and before you know it, you have open your wallet, take out your credit card or whatever. These things are out there. We're going to take a break, all right? And I always like there's some topics I always like to go back to, Oh, I pronounce it correctly? Whoa. All right, Tan Po Kwang, right? I know it's not perfect, but I know the pronunciation is someplace. Big up yourself, man, because a long time you are listening Ragashanti, so big up yourself. Shouldn't I? Oh, blessings, respect. Yes, I mean, I say people just, just know so them scam they out there. And I'm sure y'all are getting them too, because I get them nonstop on phone, on email, online, all over, Facebook, Instagram, and whatever. And they always beating you with something where them things say you would be interesting in, whatever. But of course, when I buy it. But can you imagine I look a Friday, right? Somebody I tell him, say, yo, my boyfriend a deb out, But want the link, can I run it for you right now? As if that is something common. As if you don't know who I am and whatever, but you're going to send me something and say, your boyfriend a deb out and thing, implying that you're ready for running for me. What I want you to do, people, is to just appreciate the absurdity of some of them, right? It's like them just don't make no sense. There's no way. Well, the likelihood of somebody just who don't know you and just randomly beat you with something for your response, and then when you respond, I say, my boyfriend are there, come over. The implication being, want to run the front pan you and thing. It's silly. Don't press anything. Don't click anything. Delete it and continue living your life. But when we come back, I want, if any, I don't know, well, I'm not calling about anything I don't want calling about. But if we don't have any interesting modern days attempted scammer reaching them, would I love for you on the call and tell me, any kind of scammer, as we say in Jamaica, generalship. That is our indigenous word for scammer and canna. And, well, we use canna and scam too, but you don't know. You'd be hard pressed to go to some other places, except places like West Africa, and hear the word ginal. And said that is somebody who is up to, here's a bossy term, chicanery. But when somebody is up to some sort of deceptive process to relieve you of your possessions or to relieve you of your dignity in some ways, i.e., woman who get ginal and thing and end up go dash out and all them something. Anyway, so if we don't have any little generalship thing where I go on, little scamming thing where I go on, and an online thing where reaching or whatever, when we come back, just give me a call and make we know where I go on seeing. If you're calling from Jamaica, the number is 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996. If you're calling from the United States or Canada, the number is 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742, 888-546-8742. We're going to take a look at break. We'll soon forward.
It's the Bridge 99 FM.
How you deal with?
Gonna leave.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
Yeah, man, back in the juggling and things. I want to call him about anything I don't want to call him about, but at the same time, if you don't have anything on the bucket list, just call. Bucket list, again, is anything you really want to do. Is there something that you have always wanted to do, or even just in thinking about it now, if it's something that you want to do, like somewhere you want to go or something that you have always wanted to do. I would be interested to hear what someone have to share along those lines. Also, if we don't know any look at generalship or attempted generalship or successful generalship will reach you, some scam will reach you or reach somebody else or whatever, give it a link and make we hear about that. See? Give it a link and I'll make we hear about that. Or whatever I want to call about, to call about. Yeah. Whatever I want to call about, on a call about 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996, 876-676-4996 from Jamaica. People, well, as enough I want to know, Argentina win the World Cup. Argentina win the World Cup. I pretty much called it. I don't know what I'm telling you, say Argentina, I'm going to do it. And there's some interesting lessons there. Why, why, on a call in, me just attack and I wait for a call. Prezi, look out for them call here. Yeah. I mean, I think the first lesson So we take out it. You remember, I said Argentina, a big side, right? Argentina, a big side. They won the World Cup twice before, a long time, 36 years ago. But a big side. So a lot is expected of Argentina. Not only that, they have a player that some people, who's always in the debate of who's the greatest player ever, right? One Lionel Messi. Oh, full disclosure, is second to a baller, for those of you familiar with football. I mean, here is soccer, But for those of you familiar, I think second to Ronaldinho. I actually give Ronaldinho, the edge over Messi, but, he's a Messi man from him, the day at Barcelona and thing and whatever. Again, back to the bucket list thing and my little love for the city of Barcelona in Spain, and the reason why I kept going back there, and it's just so much fun and all this thing and whatever. So Argentina, big side. So Argentina, first match, them lose to Saudi Arabia, when Saudi Arabia don't have no ratings. Saudi Arabia side no ratings. And when Saudi Arabia beat Argentina to rotted, people say, yeah, see it there? Argentina done for. Right? Your first game and thing, and you lose to a little idiot side like Saudi Arabia. The thing was shot. It is still considered the biggest upset, It is still considered the biggest upset. The World Cup, right? And at the first match, Argentina play. And the rest is history. Argentina win the World Cup. Now, people, I want you to be reminded, when in the United States, when a team win them basketball championship, them call them world champion. But they're not world champion. They never play the world and play other teams in the United States and Canada, right? The same thing for them hockey, Hockey, ice hockey, is the United States and Canada, but them call them world champion and whatever. And sometimes when you say, but it's never done nothing with the world, they must say, but who else can beat you? And that is not the point. The World Cup people, when you go to Olympics and World Championships, that's an athletic event, of course, and Football World Cup, that is truly a global event. So if you're a world champion in that, you're a world champion, right? So when Argentina did lose to Saudi Arabia, the thing was a big deal. MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, who is the crown prince, who runs Saudi Arabia, he declare a national holiday, right? Everybody, the shock and whatever, this and that, and then everybody say, Argentina don't even never make it. And look, the Argentina win the World Cup. People, boy, sometimes some things are going to happen to you, you gotta get flinged down in a life. And I'm not telling you, I'm not a year, it wasn't a year before, but just reiterate it, Things are going to happen to you, you gotta get flinged down in a life. And yeah, when you get flinged down in a life, you yourself can become depressed and things. But not only that, enough people are going to write you off and say you're done for. And you're idiot side and whatever. But you have to know your thing. You have to know, say you're a champion in your heart. And remember, be yourself, go after where you have to go after, and the world will adjust. Don't make the word where the world I tell you determine what you do and what you not to do. Go after what you want to go after and watch the world jump on your bandwagon when you think start shot. The same people them how did that done you. And I said this and that about you and whatever and rare. And them same man I go turn around and want to come affiliate with you. And want to come around you and get peace of you and all them something there. You understand? So that are the first lesson me take off of the Argentina thing. I say, look there. The first match them lose on the global stage and people count them out. Jagans probably did all count them out too. And whatever, you understand? Right? And Argentina forward and come down the thing. I want some people. Anyway, good night, Carla. Wagwan.
Boss man.
There I give thanks, yes.
Long time listener, follow you from all the station, them back in the yard,
Cool, no, my general. See?
See it there. See
Yeah.
it there. I say nothing, man. Watch out now.
Yeah, move it from the radio and make them turn it down and turn it off or something, yeah?
All right, wait a minute. I'm just adjust because I'm far from the radio, but I never know say.
Yeah, we still a hear it.
Be a
Still,
bother.
yeah, we still a hear it and we don't want to hear it in the background. It's like a mash up with me. Yeah.
All right, watch us now.
Yeah.
About, what we know, December?
Yeah.
About in December, yes, sir. Out in the first week of December, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, text call on my phone one day.
Yeah.
So I wonder say what this could have been now. But on the WhatsApp, me are talking up on the WhatsApp.
Seeing.
And I respond and I say, so I text back the person. I say, who is this? That person say, hello, friend. So I think it's a girl where me probably used to talk to from back in the day or somebody where, we lose touch, but they might try to build back a thing.
Yeah.
And I say, who is this?
Yeah.
The person give me one man name. So I say, I wonder who this now.
Yeah.
So first I ask for my name. So I just give them my first name.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm there to go and play around. Come here, there I say, see where this a lead to. Come, kind of curious. But me I say, well, be cautious now, come and know.
Hold on, 1 second. The Prezi. The people in my line say them now hear the caller.
Oh dear.
Wait 1 second. No. People in Jamaica hear you, That's the people who are listening online here.
Yeah, man.
All right, so just 1 second here.
Yeah, man, no problem, man. No
problem. Go on, talk. Oh, them say them are here now. Yeah, them say them are here now, Prezi.
Start over? Start over?
Yeah, start over. Them here,
all right, then. So watch us now. Boom now.
Yeah.
There now, and we get a text from my phone one night. Person say, hi, friend.
Yeah.
I mean, I wonder for a moment, say, for some long time girlfriend.
Turn up in voice, Prezi. Turn up in voice.
Somebody when me there talk to from a longer time, whether a man or woman, it don't really matter.
Yeah.
So me text back and me say to the person, who is this?
Yeah.
What is your name? And person reply by giving me a man name.
Right.
So me stunted a little bit because me said, then who this, me don't know that name. But me deal with so many persons over the years. And me say, could be some long time person. This probably just a just to make back a link up. You understand me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Anyway, I see him text her, so me text my name, and me text my name, and me give them my first name.
Well on, me not kill your vibes here. Don't move.
Yeah, man, that's cool, man.
Prezi, big and serious, man. Tell them fix the thing, them, and I do a show, Prezi. Them not here in the caller. Oh.
Yeah, am I hear me now?
Yeah, go on, talk. Just go on, talk.
All right, so as me I say, person that a text and thing like that. After a while, me discover say the direction where I go. That's not necessarily the first night me I tell you about now, because it's over 7 day or 10 day or so period me I talk about now.
Yeah.
Not exceeding 2 weeks still.
Yeah.
You know what you say? Just text them kind of gets go cookish. So look, me.
What you mean?
Now, alright, remember, him tell me say my man.
Yeah.
Him tell me him give me one man name.
Yeah.
But at the same time, him kind of spice me up. Like when one man, like when one woman I look one man.
Yeah.
Me I say, but me tell the man say, me give the man my name.
Yeah.
So him want away must know say it's a man I talk to him.
Yeah.
After about 2 or 3 days, something tell me say, me better do. But when he text me, if a voice note him say him can hear a man voice.
Yeah.
He text him and get cookie like is a man a look a man.
So when they say cookie, they might get a little flirty-ish with you, don't?
I like a little flirtish and you understand.
Yeah, but him don't know say he's a man and he might still get a little flirtish. That yes.
I know still that will confuse me now. Come here, so then what could have caused this now? So
yeah.
Anyway.
President say good now, yeah? Yeah, go on.
As the days I'm go by. But when time, me sit down on my desk, and there's a video call, me see I come in, me just send up an instant message. Them where you flick up on things side of the answer button and you just select one of them, like can't talk now, or
Yeah,
I'll call you later, or whatever.
Yeah.
Instantly flick up, just touch one of them. It don't really matter.
And the video call did that come from the same person, yeah.
And the video call come from the same person.
Yeah.
So my voice note, I say, look, I'm in my office now. I can't take no video call.
Yeah.
But if I say, look, what kind of work you do? Person tell me say I'm a real estate dealer. Him text and say I'm a real estate dealer. And he like him I say him sell a house, or him say I'm a real estate, house selling business and him something. And I say, oh, all right, couple of days pass off again. The next thing I see come up from my phone is I'd like to send you some things. So in my mind, I said, then this a person is so friendly.
The man, they see it, and him know say you're a man this whole time.
And you know say me a man.
And he say, want to send you some things.
Yeah, man, want to send me some things. All when him a call me don't answer him. I just source a voice note, I just source a text and voice note me and send him back, You must know. God, there we go again. You see, after the first 2 or 3 days of talking, the DP when it up take down, because one white face looking man, or brown skin somebody, You understand me? Want a tough face looking man. So me say, but wait. That was the first thing we get me curious, because after a couple of days, we noticed that the DP, the face, so me that say take down. But him send me some picture in face.
Oh, and for the people who don't know what is when him say DP mean display picture. Yeah, go on. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, cool. So anyway, then he ask me for picture of myself. I say, no, boss man. Me no give picture of myself.
Yeah.
Then he ask me, I tell him, so look here, even though I live alone, me a family man. Me a man where have enough girls and have all my youth, get all my youth, how much youth them and so me try to put in him head, so look, a man you deal with, a girl you deal with, you understand me? And he will answer me like, okay, and I see what you're saying, and that kind of, them kind of little, like him a kind of water it down like, you understand me? Like
you can go on, like him say, you can go and say what you say, like,
all right, cool.
You're lucky, I still a draw for you,
all right, so me did come here, me see where this a lead to, because one thing me know in my mind, me not click for no link, I mean, not allow him to get too close or too personal. Then now, when I start telling him, say, look, must have have like a friend. Well, come tell me, say, must be from the UK or something like that, or some of them side of the world.
Yeah.
Same day, but he must say they are Dubai here now. I do some business. So. I say, oh, like him, I try to show me same travel and all these things.
Yeah.
So me I say, all right then, yeah man, cool, no problem, man. By the time I look, because I start telling him, so look here now, so I know one girl up in the UK there, where I want to get in touch with her, must send her address and what have you. I say, I don't have no information other than her name. And if you say you come from UK, I don't think you can try to find her. I say, no, I can't find her, I forgive address. I say, I didn't know address, but I write one letter, go give her, I no address. I try to show him, so look here, I'm a gallus. Me a man always want a woman for there with her or something like that. I try, because by the time, no. You can text them, as I say, cookie, like, okay, love, and I send all hard, come give me,
Well, no. More time when him a Lego, him say, okay, love, and him don't know some man him a talk. Yeah. And some more time him a send one of them emoji heart, they don't.
Yeah, thank you. One of the emoji heart, them like, okay, love, okay, dear. And all them something there. But wait, no, I can't use a word upon your radio. I can't use a word upon your radio. Yeah, man, a gay man in a beating a fire and brimstone and light that town that judgment, But yes, I see where really I lead to. At time now, probably about 6 or 7 days have passed. Almost every day, he must send some message to me. Anyway, like about the 6th or the 7th day, he send one text and say, you have some things for me. So me I say, you have some things for me. So me voice note him back and tell him, say, you have some things for me, but you don't know who you're talking to, man. Anyway, by about the 7th or the 8th day, him send me a video with a box, and with him hand, I open up a box with an iPhone, and I show me show me the picture of the iPhone and him light up the screen and scroll through a couple lights for sure, say a brand new something and blah, 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 blah. And he take it and put it and lock it out back and then put it back in the box. One other picture show me picture of shoes, picture all different sort of something, and then Pantapa at £50,000. For me, you know, to go look for my visa and come up to him. I say, where the hell is this now? No, the money are definitely gay, man. Mr. Look here, boss, all these things where you're promising to send, you know, you don't have no address for me. Furthermore, me not going to give you no address because those things not going to reach me because with the Jamaica, because I tell him say Jamaica me there still, you know, because I'm asking where me live, where me live, me say Jamaica, Kingston, Jamaica, that much me tell him. So, me say, look here, Jamaica Customs, if you talk about phone and shoes and all them, so when me send me a pic, him send me about half dozen pictures of one of them was a video of with him hand and show me that phone. The next one was shoes and some other thing and some whole other things, what are expensive and nice things there. So me say, you know, say me not too like the look at this, you know. Wonder where am I get at with this now? So I say, look, but you know, I'm sending them picture because him say I'm gonna send something. I say, look, I need to know where you're gonna send me, but you don't know who you're sending the things them to. You don't know where me live. Cause one time I asked for me home address. I say, no, boss, me not give up my home address. Just like how me not gonna send in a picture of myself, you're not gonna get no home address neither. So it look like when they send me the picture, the video with the phone and the pictures with the shoes and some whole heap of something. He must think something I'll give in and give my home address, which is just a straight no.
Yeah, that was a bait. That was a bait to see if you lick, if you're frightened or Friday. Yeah.
Thank you. So
and if you're going to send on, you know?
All right, well, me not send on. So anyway, boom now. The next thing me say to him, I say, look here now, me like the things that when me see, you know, but listen this, those things not going to reach me. First thing to comment with, when them reach our customs here in Jamaica, me not going to be able to pay that bill there. You understand me? Because government have to get them taxes before it can reach me. The next thing about the 9th or the 10th today. After me done show him the runnings there, you know, it's a different number Mr. call me. But me miss the call. But this person call me back within a few seconds after me miss the call. Person call me back. This somebody else sound like him is an African. Me say, where you call it? Me say, hello? Him say him have some things from, like him give me the name of the person, him say him have a parcel here. But if me have $78,000 to pay for this. I say, look here, I don't even have 7,800, let alone 78,000. Here how me gonna know say a scam now. He might go ask me now how much me have. Now listen this Raga. Jamaica customs or any customs place where you have to where money, where the government, where people are collect money on behalf of the government. It's not a discount if how much you have, you know.
Right.
If them tell you say $78,000 Jamaican dollars to collect this parcel here, so when them don't scan it and what have you. It's 78,000, not 77,000, you know.
Well, you're reasoning right, and you're thinking and you're reasoning. Good.
Thank you. So right there and
Hold on, what that your other phone that I ring down?
No, on my phone. Look like somebody I try call me.
Well, the man I try call you back on the phone.
No, man, I know him. No, man, because Lego.
Yeah.
So, look here. Then all one night, you know, no, Ratty, yeah, talk this and that. No, me know what try call me. Because then they call me, I may try call her back. But our phone never ring. I don't really want to talk, you know, because I want to go on my bed. Listen this. You see, one of the night, them, what me da go do, you know, the mistake I make, you know, me need to put a name to him number. But me never put the name. So one night, me gone on my bed. But this time of night, I may tell you about, after 10 a yard, you know, what I see him say, at the same time, which part you would. Yeah. You see my phone a ring.
Yeah.
So, just out of curiosity, who this a call me? By this time, you must never have my glasses. I never remember what. I remember half sleep, half awake, me push up. By the time I look, is the man that I call me, you know, video call, you know. It's a white-faced man here. By this time, my room light lock off, know everything.
When you say a white-faced man, you mean a white man?
I don't know, you know, it's a light-skin-colored person.
Okay.
That's all me light-skin-colored. Whether it's a white person or a brown.
Yeah.
bro, what we call in Jamaica fair skin, and is not a black person.
Right.
It could be black, but I mean, the person color, what would I call? High
No,
color.
yeah, where we call fair skin and light skin.
Fair skin and light skin and all them kind of way there.
Yeah.
So hear him now. When we open the committee, it was a regular WhatsApp call, not realizing it's a video call.
Yeah.
So I open it now. I see the person face come up now. Hear him. Hi, friend. So I say hi.
Yeah. Where him say what? Him say what?
Hi, dear friend, or something like so.
So him said. What?
Him said one kind of little girlish way, like somebody are trying.
Let me say like hi friend. You know them love draw them word. You know them love hi friend. Hi friend.
By this time, come here, take you make one big mockery still, Because really and truly, a lightning and thunder, look at fire and lightning and thunder, brimstone, say about the judgment, put on this man, But me really have to wish party go because as me say, me kind of street smart from from primary school days to Calabar days to Chaos days. So you understand me? Mix with the good and the bad and the indifferent. So I'm about from way back in 80s election. So them time they when Jamaica did that take a turn.
Yeah.
These are the worst, Anyway, we don't want to go there. So as I say, boom now. So as I say, when him video call me, he might tell me about the goods them. I say, look here, first thing he said to me, say, I can't see you. You look like your camera not working. I said, no, the camera not working. But he not realize that lock up me gone to my bed. And the light lock off. But me look straight for him.
Yeah.
So he say my plan. He say, look here, listen now. Those things not going to reach me. So it don't even make sense you send them because I don't have no money to pay for them when them come to customs. You understand? But I try to get a address for me, my home address. I mean, I say, boss man, no, you can't say nothing to me home. First thing come to me that even there my yard at daytime. So you can. Anyway, as I say, send the
Prezi.
Prezi. Him did done.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Him did done send the picture of the things them. But as me tell you, say, by about the 10th or so day, one man called me, him sound like him an African.
Right.
I tell my son mother about it this morning, and she has said to me, say, I'm going to see a man. I say, me not think so, Because this voice sound different from the first man.
Right.
And the number different. But sometimes the one person can be working with more than one chip.
Yeah.
But me say yes, but this person sound like a right out African.
Yeah.
You understand me? Like a right out man. Anyway, when him called me, no matter about him have a parcel here for me. So I say, where you calling from? Like him I say, I'm calling from the United States. Like him I say, the something must have come through from Europe to him to send here, to send to Jamaica.
Yeah.
So him say, so in the back of my mind, I say, but even if the person sends something, him cannot be calling from the United States for me to pay. For me, I got somebody from customs in Jamaica to call me. They said to me, say, we have a parcel here for you from so and so and so. Please come in.
Again, you're thinking, right?
Precisely so. Mm-hmm. So, me I say in my mind, if you call me from the United States to tell me, say, a parcel is here to be sent to Jamaica, 78,000. I say, listen, return it to sender. Because first he come and said, I don't have that 78,000. And let alone, I don't have 7,800, let alone 78,000. Return it to the sender. Yes.
And 78,000 Jamaican dollar about much US now?
No must about 500 US or something like that.
Okay.
That's what me I think.
Right,
500 US, I would think.
Yeah, somewhere in another region there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because I think 50, I think what? 1
no, man,
US or
I another region.
So, yeah, both just quick thinking, about 500 US or somewhere there about. So I'm telling you, look here, I don't even have 7,800, let alone 78,000. Hear him now. Now this is a man calling from United States. How much you have? So that in and of itself tell two things, How can you be calling from United States to come tell me, say, me fi pay? Who me going to pay? Where me going to pay? At what?
Yeah.
How the pay go? Then he me go tell me, ask me how much me have. Me say me no have, hear me say me go repeat myself. Me don't even have say me do even have
No,
10,000
but here's the interesting thing with those things, with them right through the process, you're being rational, right? And you're thinking and you're being, and you're applying that phenomenon that seems to be becoming increasingly scarce, and it should not be, because it is not something where you have to go to school, go get or anything, but common sense. Common sense. Because what happened here, you were supposed to be so blinded by the iPhone and whatever that you don't and the shoes and the
50,000 pounds.
That you don't
forget the 50,000 pounds.
Right, that you don't think. But you're the con work, right? Remember, the fundamental of a con is that the fundamental of any con or scam is there must be something there that that the mark, the person, the target will want. It has to be something of high value that they will want, right? The second thing, the person who run the con now, them know them can't just call you and say, hey, me have an iPhone for you, send money.
Yeah.
And you can be like, but I don't know you. Right. So there has to be some process, some sort of process that legitimates the relationship between you and them, so that when them reach that point and them dazzle AI with the iPhone or whatever it is, or the lottery thing or whatever, it has to be something before that, right? And this is what I always try to explain to people, that con, again, it's from the word confidence. It's just an abbreviation. It's not an abbreviation. It's an alliteration. It's shortened, right? But the real term is confidence man, confidence woman. And them just change it to con man, con woman. But again, before the person lay down the hammer upon you, they have to first build your confidence.
And that's what he was doing over the
whole thing they know and whatever. I want to tell you, you see we there listen, and him said, dear, it could be probably gay or whatever. But him not have to be gay, Him could have positioned himself like him gay for somebody who is heterosexual say, what you this a idiot gay man, you must think say me gay. I take the food here for him, I go take the phone here for him and make him send money or whatever. I'm gonna send my money because him really, him really believes it. You know what I say? That whole process that whole process is to build up your confidence to say this is true. And then and one of the other common term feet is what them call bait and switch. Right? So them bait you, and when them bait you, and you go take your bait and whatever, them switch by you, right? And then them flip it in or something. So you see that thing they know what you figured out really well is that when one person did a link you and did and this and that and Ray and a go on and about him want to send, reach a point now when him want to send some of it. First of all, him drop them little gems they fear, them little morsels they fear, Yes, dear, and whole a heart, and said all a heart come here, whatever. So you did a thing, and I said, John, with a brother you give for true. And I'm not depend that and whatever. So, but I beat him, make you think say I'm an idiot, Right? I said, who the boy you want me or whatever this and that. I don't want him. I don't know this man from Adams and him ready to send me things and whatever. Because you know, right? So the whole thing just a build up towards that and bait and switch. So you see the thing with somebody else, I saw them do it for true, man. And you must hear a totally different accent, a totally different voice. Because them the one you have no confusion for say the same person, So you see when you are saying, it sounds like an African person for true. It sounds like an African person. All of that is deliberate, All of that is deliberate because you must have two distinct voices. You must have said, no, but this is somebody else from one different number. But then again, you are applying common sense. Like, who the hell are going to tell us, the customs to this is 78,000? How much you have? How much you have? First of all, how them ever call it them hours a night there and I don't know what time.
In a day. No, when the man called me to tell me a broad day.
Well, that makes sense. No, but what I say is, you are reasoning out the thing, but unfortunately, you have people out there, like the confidence part catch them. Because the people, the way them do the one that at Jamaica now is, you have these multinational companies, right? In order to save money, them outsource them customer service operations and them save hundreds of millions of dollars to do that because them outsource it to developing nations like Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, all over the world, and India and whatever, and then pay them way less than they would pay them in America, right?
Okay.
And the infrastructure is there for you to use a phone. So when you have your AT&T phone and your Verizon phone, whichever these companies you call, quite often you hear somebody with an accent saying hello, like Amazon, right? You know, anytime you call Amazon, you hear somebody with a heavy accent, always, because they have outsourced a customer service operation. But when them outsource those operations, they have to send the customers' information to those companies in those countries. You follow me, right? So the customer so if they're Bank of America and Bank of America, I mean, I say them doing just a hypothetical. Bank of America, Chase and whatever, and say them have them customer service in another country and whatever. The person over them have to have your name, they have to have your address, they have to have all this information about you because they have to have their processes of validation to ensure that they talk to who. And then what happens now is those companies, people from those countries, including Jamaica, who work in those companies, they sell those lists to the scammer them. Them sell the information.
Just make up a number.
Hold on. So them sell them information to the scam. So what the scammer them do now when them do them thing now? When somebody call and say, "Is this Josephine Bennett?" Well, Josephine Bennett, we're calling about this and we see where you bought so and so. And then that Josephine know again and say, that person woman for true. Can be really buy that for true. But and this is the confidence bill. And this is the confidence bill. And this is the no, but that person legitimate man. And them carry until them say, you win so and so and so. Cause once I'm done sensing I said the confidence, me lock you now. You win so and so and so, and then poor Josephine now. You know, which is different than if the person called and said, Josephine, you win so and so, send me some money. So then I'm going to tell Josephine, no, you win $2 million, but you have to send $100,000 to get the $2 million. And poor Josephine is so blinded by the $2 million. But in your case, what them do is them get phone. Sometimes it's just a random number, you know.
Then just make up some number, 876, and just make up one number and just hope that somebody answers.
Then a lot of Jamaican girls, young girls and young women who run scam at Jamaica. I saw them run for them scam at Jamaica, you know. Them just
what my son mother was saying to me this morning, the person could be calling from right here in Jamaica through like a magic jack or but me not think so a magic jack because the person video call me. So it could, in Magic Jack have them facility there for video call.
Man, you have all kind of, well, and you know, say them people are out there. You know, say one woman, I'm going to be honest with you, somebody who I know, I'm a friend. She has said the sound where she did hear whatever, say it sound like a vibrator. No, do that to the general, man. It never sound. No, a vibrator, man. No, I remember say. No, I remember it ring like a phone. It buzz like a phone because me know how vibrate.
And a video call and a thing the call coming in, so I say it's like a vibrator.
Yeah, no, but me know a vibrator still because I am on record. So me and ladies we do all kind of thing, right? No. And we use it pan the ladies. I mean, I want to go think certain thing about me, and start styling me up, and whatever. But me I say, you see what terrible do. She ready for kind of give it to you.
I'm not pay them any mind. My conscience set me free.
But you see the can, that thing,
Mm-hmm.
And you know, if you go get frightened, that whole thing there when I'm showing the video.
50 iPhone,
then
they put in
and
a
the
check
shoes,
$50,000, £50,000,
£50,000, and thing and whatever.
Tell him, say, me not go have them the kind of money. They hear him now. This is the first man who that talked to me before, the African man,
Yeah.
He going to tell me, say, they know the way you get it back out of the £50,000. Me say, look here, me still not go have no money. Me still not go have no money for go pay up front for go get back from the £50,000.
Well, and the one who claims say he must send it, I say what? You go get back your money out of the £50,000.
Out of the £50,000. Because I try to say he must send me a parcel. So I must say £50,000 I go in there.
50,000 pounds. So you know have nothing to worry about with the money. Just spend the money, man. you know see I get a whack of money right now. Just spend the money, man. You know what you worry about. Just spend the money, man. Hey, people.
I must say, but what I'm talking is like the £50,000 I got in at the parcel.
You
so
see.
the phone, the shoes, the jewelry. Come and show me some chain and all that, some gold chain and everything there, you know. All of some whole heap of other things, about half dozen videos, one video, but about half dozen other more pictures of things, shoes and jewelry, and him not show me the money though. Him does only write it in terms of a
Let me tell you something, man. These people are out there and them wake. None of them are listening to me right here now. Yo, at what time of night now?
After 10.
No, not after 10, you know, 11:26 now.
Oh, yeah, sir. I'm going to start sleeping. I'm going to
Well, yeah. Who that I blew up your phones?
No, it's a cat here blow up my phone. I'm not watching because when I don't talk to her straight up, I might talk to her, I might not talk to her.
A regular you talk to her them time of night, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
At them time, sometimes she choose to talk. But I know tonight, I know fear night.
Tonight, I know fear night tonight. I know fear night.
I'm don't tell her so which part she lives. She turn on to IrieJam's New York.
Oh.
Just she know about you, but you know fear speed.
Okay, that's all right. Well, I think I know who I call you. I think I know who I call you. Cookie, stop calling man, no man. Cookie, where you blow up your man phone to your ear and pan. Cookie, I call you, man. Either Cookie or Delmarine Wells. Either Cookie or Delmarine I call you. Either Cookie. Eh?
Cookie a big man, because a big man, you know, he's not a young girl.
No, man, Cookie a big man, and Delmarine a big man. Either Cookie or Delmarine.
New Jersey.
Eh?
From New Jersey.
No, man, remember, say you can't follow the era code anymore, you know.
Okay, them can anywhere.
No, man, you can any state, and you get a phone and you can request an era code for any state.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So you can't really go by that, right? I either Cookie or Delmarine I call him. I one of them I call him.
Good for them. All right, tell them don't stop call. Tell them to wait until me I don't talk. Then
When
call
they
back.
Delmarine or Cookie, see two of them post. Delmarine or Cookie, in general say when they don't just start call him and in the on the phone and thing.
Them want my number, them can give my number off here and them call me.
Yeah.
What they really I deal with. Although me not gonna be like your virgin, you know, where you have to ban him, you know.
Robert.
But you know, I was telling my son mother about him, you know, because my son mother send video of you when you do your program, you know. And me I said to her, all them man they like her, Robert, no. She will listen to you, know, but she's not really a fan of you.
Right.
Me I said to her this morning, me I said, Mom, watch her now. All them man they know where I call Raga program and I put out number for woman to call it. Then which part in work, you know, say woman, which part in live, no woman and they so. So you know going on a shopping mall, any which part in there, no really matter which parish, which community him live in woman must have passed him and them the community there, you know. Anywhere in work, woman and they so. Me I wonder if him go to church, woman in them the church there. I saw some man he must be road him.
No, but it's a legitimate question. Because Robert, I listen to show, you know. Robert, I listen to show right
Good
now.
for him,
Yeah.
good for him.
So, but it's a legitimate question. So why am I pressure the radio now? Why am I pressure the
Thank
radio?
you.
Why am I
You
pressure
know,
the
woman,
and
they
I
own
beat
him
up a
everywhere
show.
going
I
now.
beat up a show and I make problem for my show and I become this problem
You
child.
said you let him go on that now. Your program now become one big dating program now.
Not one big foolishness and they come in like idiot thing and nobody not listen and thing. Just because you go low him and thing and whatever. And him just constant generalship. Him know when for going like him a poor thing and like him can't mash and them something there and thing and whatever and just give you a beer card and all and go around the thing and whatever. You understand? Like him want come grounds out man and style man certain way and whatever. And come with beer card and then renege on him promises them and thing and then the last time him call and tell I call like nothing that man. I say, Robert, what you talking about? What happened? What happened? Let's run him bump. So you nearly have caused a bad one. Me just tell him, let
hope
him.
that no come cross. I hope that never come
No
cross.
man, no. Bomb is okay. Run bomb. Yeah, it's a run when bomb. Yeah, leave that alone. No, but listen, you know what I appreciate with what you shared tonight. You you know what was important,
Because
boy?
from the moment you
No,
to say,
hold on.
it a go down one road, me should have blocked it. Me say, no, I want to see which party I go.
But hold on.
I want to see where I'm going with this.
We are exactly. So what the listeners heard tonight, and which is important, is the process. The process. And then we elaborate some more upon it and thing and kind of put the connect the dots and thing. And I just want listeners to appreciate that and understand. Them always have a little process, a little thing for win your confidence first. And win your confidence mean establish themselves that what they're doing is legitimate, it's real, and it's true. And then we're going to get in one little element now we're probably not going to fully appreciate, but intellectually you can, and think, is that the emotional component of it must be there for the con to work. An emotional component mean you feel the thing real. You feel excitement if you get the phone. You feel excitement if you get the $50,000. These are triggers. £50,000 and even more money than right. So these are triggers to trigger an emotional, right? A psychological response in you. Like emotion is a psychological element, and for you to and once that is triggered, the higher that emotional I never hear people say when people get angry, them can't think straight. It's like that, right? The higher the emotional thing is triggered, the less likely it is that you'll be able to think in a logical, sensible way like the caller did. And say, well, on, but if you charge this and whatever, what kind of language that you use about, okay, how much you have? Who does that? Which company does that? This is statutorily defined. Or you usually have like a regulatory body that says this is the amount of percentage that is charged for this and that, a tax code or something like that, right? These are the ways you're supposed to think, right? Separate from, you have one common one up here, All right. People have to file taxes up here just like anywhere else, fine? Now, filing taxes is a big thing, but here I go on.
Yeah.
Everybody, me not care nobody want to tell me, say, everybody do a look something, a look creativity upon them tax. Everybody do that, right? So you have one who call and say, this and that we are called from the IRS and regarding a tax and we have a look at this and that. Right away you trigger anxiety in people right there. So so ratted, you look like them find out the little thing they want me do, or the lie when me tell and whatever this. And them catch enough people. And the people them stop thinking and say, wait a second. The IRS, by law, cannot call you. The IRS can't call you. By law. But the IRS don't call nobody. If IRS carry go court, and first of all, IRS carry big shot go court, who make them 100 million and this and that on the side, right? And then them go to boom and say, we have a claim against you, a lawsuit against you, and you're served. Them call notice and answer. You're served. And you have a different something that time, whatever. But the idea is to trigger that emotional thing inside of you that when that gets so high, you stop thinking. You stop thinking in a rational, logical way. So people, once you hear something when it will sound sweet, like you're going to get this or you're going to get that or whatever, right, that's how you put up your antenna, right? You understand? But anyway, we have to go Lego, but big up yourself. In
this time, when he show me the phone and the jewelry and the shoes, then when he do know if this will happen now. You understand? They must have 50,000.
No, but you're catching enough people. You're catching enough people. You're catching enough people. Yeah, people go borrow the money and think forget the phone. You understand?
Catch me though. But as I say, you see, after me turn down the second caller where I say how much you have, I don't hear from none of the two of them thereafter. None of the two of them do a call back, and this is going about a week now.
See there.
I don't hear from none of the two of them.
Respect, man. Respect for that one the way you share to them, man, and big up yourself in a ear up mums or yourself up here and thing. All right. Blessings, man. Cool. Prezi, your call. What you say? All right, next call. The boss, Prezi, say next call. Hello. Yes, hello.
Yeah, Raga, what going?
You dep on speakerphone, Bluetooth, or earpiece. You can't come off, right?
hear me now?
Hello?
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you better now. Yeah.
Raga, what me I say, bless and a good night. Love the program. I like where you're going with this, isn't it?
Zin.
That's a Jonah from Spanish Town.
Cooler, man.
I feel like I get scammed when I go to my father, isn't it?
So me get scammed a while ago, explain.
Yeah, because what you 100 now? Him start off the argument. The brother, we talk about the conversation he just left off, isn't it?
Yeah.
The brother got in on conversation right now where he might talk about things on the conversation based on how the person who get in contact with him now, I try to get him to feed into the con, as one I say, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the middle of the conversation, like, you find out, so we catch up on him, the audience, we are listen, him leak out too much of how we communicate to each other. Get me, sir?
Well, I'm listening. Go on. I'm listening.
It's paint back around right now for try. Give a bigger picture now for saying can drift from that side there. Because me feel like the man there, Elisha be just swimming in water, isn't it?
You feel like say what? You feel like say what?
Him that Elisha be just swimming in water, man.
But why you would say that, though?
Based on the fact that, listen me now, if a man call your phone, Raga, I text you, Raga. Isn't it?
Well, so hold on. So if that is the case, then it means then the thing then will make you think, say, him there Elisha Beach are swimming in water, meaning you think same gear.
All right.
Is it would be that is the reason him call then for tell the same gear. What is the likelihood of that then?
What you 100 on Raga? You might try get a story upon that. You want to come out, you want to hear an opinion and find it. Because Raga use an open minded man way. Him feel welcome to your program, but you want to explain himself, but he get free.
So you hold on. So you are saying that this whole process was he was coming out as gay and then in I make him just change his mind and fix it up?
Yes, in terms of smart.
Yo, you know easy that. Oh, you reach over there so yeah.
Man find out you catch up on him now and must say like him slip up too much now. The man's pin, but the scamming card now is so popular in Jamaica right now. Come on, bro.
No, hold on. I hear what I want. I hear why I'm going to say it's unlikely that what you're saying is correct. Because I'm not going to lie, you know. When him attack initially, you know, me lucky, I mean, no whole heap of people say, then how you recognize them thinking about the man, but you still attack to him, sir. And when I'm going to send you art, I'm going to tell you about, hold on, man. And I'm going to say, like, what going on with you? Why you sound like you did that encore? But here what going on. Me never query him this, you know, I'm deliberately in the comment, don't do it, Raga. Watch and see where the thing go. Watch and see where the thing go. So what me I say is, based on what you say, if you say me I find him out or something, I would have had to say something to him or check him certain way or whatever, which I did not. So what would have been the impetus then for him switch then, seeing that me never find out nothing or reveal, say, yo, so why you encourage the conversation with him?
Because, listen, you never really encouraged aside of that. You never actually call him out on it.
No, but none of that me say. So if him the calling like yourself for come out then for same gear or whatever, there wasn't any reason then for discourage him from his original objective. No,
because it's not you not compliment with it. You're not basically say okay then yo say you get me I say.
Oh yeah, so me nah. No.
Like I'm on the argument and you not pick up on it.
No. What I'll say to you and you sound like you know you have that degree of objectivity to where we can reason out it. No, what I'll say to you, we have to be careful because remember, it is more satisfying and entertainingly, gratifying to more one believe the negative than the positive, right? And we have to be careful of that, right? We are conditioned to see bad things in people quicker than good things. I never get that from the bridging. I must admit, initially, hold on, listen to me. I said, initially in the conversation, I must admit, I too was like, but why were you, engaged? But some me still said to me, I tell her the God truth, It's like, me like for understand thing. So if somebody, whatever, me want to know how it work, me will sit down and watch and study because me want to know how it work.
I told that stranger know your shoe size to send the shoes.
What?
I told that stranger know your shoe size. A man don't know your address, him don't know your look. But yet, still a man a pack of shoes come send you and don't know your size.
No, but he was saying that though. He was saying stuff like that though, like, you know, but you don't know him say look at something like that. And he did say him want to see where it go.
So Raga, come on, Raga, man. I'm gonna text you when you want to see how it go, Raga. And you say straight. And first of all, I'm not say this is one of them I think them use right there now. My kids, my son's mother. They know when them child at certain level, you know. They might try to put some things out in your mind. They say, okay, I'm straight. So I get every reason to believe I'm straight. Or them final say now compliment the argument, Raga. The man switch on you.
Dog, all right, hold on. All right. Let me ask you something. You know the brother that when named Michael B. Jordan was starring in movie star.
Yeah, man, I know where you're
all right, cool. And you know Chadwick, when named Boswick or Bos, when named who died? Who died? Original Black Panther who died, right? When he was being
Black Panther.
Yeah, man. All right, but you know Michael B. Jordan who died, who acting at the show with him, right?
Yeah,
so
man.
when Chadwick was dying,
You don't have what you don't have daughter.
eh?
You don't have daughter what you man. I know you're
Yeah, they were. Yeah. Okay. So when Chadwick was dying, a picture came out of Michael B. Jordan and hug Chadwick and a comfort him brother and thing and whatever. And the picture come out and him a hug him. Cause I remember him know say him dead now and him nah come back. I remember him did maga down to nothing and whatever. And the picture come out. And the Jamaican man, him had some woman too, you know. I am a hug the man, so I know say him a go through him. No, sir, something wrong with that. Him can't hug the man them weird.
Yeah,
no, we not join that. Hold on, man.
Yeah.
No care what me say, or what other people say. Them hold it. Because of that Jamaica something there. A man can't hug a man with him brethren who are dead. Right away, a guillotine come up in them mind. And it's a thing where we condition for do. No, but here where me I get at, no man. Here where me I say to you, dog. No, where me I say, you hear what you say. You not pay no mind what I say about. No, you know something, you just want to see what this is going to yes, say. All you hear is, yo, dog. From a man I tell you, say, my send shoes come. All you hear is, well on, man. Big man, all you hear is, the man I tell you, say, my send shoes, and you there, you talk to him, see him here. Hey, you're fish, you're this, you're that. That's all you hear.
So the man you talk about vibrator, woman, Robert. You laugh, when the man laugh, man, so that's sweet to me, man. It's with the clever self, me say, you can't believe you can say
Yo, who not easy, I tell you, I'm a bad Jamaican.
That's a jaja.
Yeah, well, go on. Me know better than we got debate upon this in the car. You're not Lego.
Yeah, all I'm just saying, this is my point. I just conclude it. This is to myself.
Yeah.
That's my opinion, though. I can be wrong.
Okay,
okay. But I'm saying, though, bro.
Yeah.
Me just feel like this man won't come out on the media out loud. Yeah. And because when I compliment argument with him, you know, say, all right, yeah, man, so bro, you go that way there. You know, I say it to him directly. Him say, no, make I change this argument, and me glare, man, and just dash with the fire. So.
All right, that is it.
You can hear my bill scam on you. Here. When the place him, where so Europe, that's good for you too.
Well, you're dissecting the whole thing down on a granular level. Don't say, all right, big up yourself here, sir.
Big up yourself, brother.
People, we have a whole break. President say we have a whole break. We're soon for our. Yo, come now, man.
This is Zion Stewart, and you're listening to my dad, the awesome Ragashanti, on Bridge 99 FM.
Back in the juggling, we want to apologize when we take a break and we never hear it.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
Yeah, cause what happened is that Elaine too, Kevin I work tonight down there at Jamaica. Elaine too cute down there in the studio with him. I just learned. And I think that is the reason why he's distracted down there, because Elaine too cute in the studio supposedly engaging in some sort of pleasurable activity with Kevin, and that led to the distraction and Kevin missing the cue in the break and thing. But I talked to him about it. I have no problem with Elaine being with him in the studio down there, but I just talked to him about it, and I was assured that whatever they're doing, that they will do it with the appropriate interval, so as it not to come over into the proceedings here. And so Kevin and Elaine too cute. We have a show to run, all right? We're not doing enough to do, but we have a Hello. All right, give me a call, Prezi. Give me a call. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Raga.
Yeah, Wagwan.
Good night, man.
Good night, yeah.
Yeah, man, I tell about a scam, man, when they run for me, man.
Tell me about it. Yeah. About a year ago.
All right. One day, a woman and my cousin called me, you know.
Yeah.
I say, yo, in just win something up. You remember when Digicel have something where every year they usually have it, man, where you win something, you win money or something where you win.
Yeah, man, when I tell you that I win Escalade and all them sitting there, yeah, every year, yeah.
All right, so me don't really know about this thing, but I'm going to tell you this first, then if we have time, I can tell you how me find out how we go after.
Yeah.
So after I bring that, because of call me, I say, yo, me just winning on my youth. Me just win something, a trip to Canada. But the only thing I want is somebody to receive me in Canada.
Yeah.
So they say if we have no family in Canada, we can receive him. So most likely, him I go call who we know can afford to spend to do whatever they want. So I mean shout.
Yeah.
So give me a number and me call back to somebody. Say I'm Miss Kitty, right?
Well on. Where you a call from? Where you a call from?
I call from Canada, man.
Yeah,
so,
Canada. Okay, all right, go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. No say a word, man. Go on.
Right, so he said to me, say, so he give me the number, I said, Miss Kitty, at the radio station. So me call Miss Kitty, but when me call now, if somebody answer, sound just like Miss Kitty. So he say, all right, where my cousin name? Me tell her where my cousin name. Where me name? Me tell her where me name. Where my cousin number? Tell her my cousin number. She called my cousin on 3-way, you know. And I said, you know this person? My cousin said, yes. So I told him know each other, and he said, yes. So I say, all right. So then he start talk to me, then she tell me cousin to hang up. She go talk to me. So my cousin hang up and she start talk to me now and I tell me everything what go on about the program in win the trip to go to Canada. And as long as we can receive him and everything, I said, no problem with that, man.
Yeah.
So then she said, no, but only thing now you have to pay the to get the visa.
Oh.
I have to go pay and this, I have to go pay, I have to go to Western Union. So I said, no, man, I scam them, man. She said, no, you don't have to skip it.
Yeah, careful because your face kind of touching number a little bit. So what you say now? So when you say a scam, where the person who I say she Miss Kitty, with that person that say no?
You know me, see when I come Miss Kitty that time.
Yeah.
You know me have me big up care, me have me big up job.
Yeah.
And you know me call back a cousin right away. So she called back my cousin, you know. And hey, your cousin says scam me, man, this and that. And my cousin, no, man, I no scam, man, I real sitting, man. Raga, my girl just drop.
Yeah.
My girl just drop, man, and the man suck $700 for me, man.
Well on, so you send the $700?
Yeah, me say me girl drop when my cousin say a real sitting, man, and this and that, man, I no fake, I no scam, man.
Your guard, I know your jaw drop, your guard drop when your cousin say a real something and no fake. And you send the $700.
Yeah.
Bombard.
I send the money and me call back my cousin.
Yeah.
My cousin said to me, me said to my cousin, yo, you see if this thing is fake, you have to give me back money, you know. So what kind of money I talk about? I say, yo, they say me have to send them $700 to look out the visa for you. The cousin said, no, man, not like that, man. Call and see if I can stop him, man. I tell people already get the money and everything already in Raga.
You serious?
But when my cousin start paying, yes, I see him, man. So my cousin start paying me back, man. And when he pay me back $200 now, me find out he never have nothing to do with it. And that's what me tell him, so nobody pay me back no more. Now watch your face, everything good.
Where the backside, yes. You serious? Yo, Miss Kitty, them I use your name and attack like you and a scam people. Miss Kitty! Miss Kitty, you know, me and you no take tea, you know, me and you no friend, you know. And we just say that me and Miss Kitty no take tea. We just put that out there, right? But big up Miss Kitty, you know, talented, bright woman and all these things. And whatever, and them something there, and thing, and as a woman work hard for what she have, right? Miss Kitty work hard for what she have. Miss Kitty batter come up through the ranks. Some ideas are RGR when nothing go and come up through the thing and build a thing and see it. And when people bust and think them are going to come and use people name. Miss Kitty, them are use your name. Nobody call me and say nothing to you because me and you no friends, so we not talk. But me just tell you, them are use. How long ago that go? Huh?
About 7 8 years ago, this happened, you know.
So who fi tell if it's still a go on?
I don't know, we know.
Yeah, but who fi tell if it's still a go on?
I'm not telling you, Raga. You know, me pick up his scam, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm a cousin make me drop me down.
Your cousin make you drop your guard, man. John, no.
Yeah, man. My friend Miss Kitty talk to me.
Yeah.
Technically, she's supposed to be on radio, you know.
Yeah. And you never pick up. Yeah.
Miss Kitty just come off. Me pick it up, you know, but me just slip because me a play with it at this moment, you know.
Yeah.
Until me drop me guard, you know, because you see, true, me listen to Nationwide every day. At evening time, me know it's a clip use them online now.
No, but hold on. The person did not talk like Miss Kitty. I say, yeah, we not focus on the locals. And la 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 la. That's just listen, me not no time for this, you know. Come here, me recording for going for Magnum, Kings and Queens and thing and whatever, you know. You hear me, I say, no, me not focus on the locals. La 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 la. Send the money. Send the 700. At that time, yeah. See that? And she come off already because
my cousin I send big up in a man when no really you know.
Somebody else post, man, and say they tried it with me too, the same story, and called like Miss Kitty. Yeah, so you see it and you are. Well, it makes sense. If them do that with you, they might try it with other people. Who for tell? She probably hear about it already too.
Yeah, my cousin did call the station after and tell her. And she said she hear about it. So my cousin said to her, so when we can never go up on the station and make people know what I want. If you hear about it.
See it there.
Yeah, man, our police, they will report it too. But even right now, find that me can't send money out to Western Union again, though.
Oh, because you get black and yeah, you can't. Western Union. Well, and you are the victim, you know, and Western Union black you. That reach whole heap of people. The people them who get scammed, you know, Western Union block them too. Block them.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I find that me just a show. Right time, just because of that, Raga. You man, if when he call me, see the real money at Jamaica, you can't get it so easy, you know.
You can't get it so easy.
Because I send it, go get them, you know.
Yeah.
No, man. Me just have to say, scam them, man. And me always say me can't get scammed.
You see, you always say you can't get scammed and you end up get scammed, don't you?
I mean, end up get scammed, but true, my cousin do it. He make me get scammed.
He make you get scammed, you see.
Somebody to scam me.
All right, and win your confidence, you see it. Them win your confidence,
yes,
right?
Man.
Con. Win your confidence, and at this, you from your cross that threshold, them have you. You understand?
Yeah, man.
So the things that.
And you know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, man. I just my cousin, you know, man. Him make me drop my guard, you know, man. Because you know why?
Yeah.
Apparently, he would win 30,000 a fight already, you know. He win 30,000 out of CM digital something, you know.
So like legitimately, yeah.
Yes, him win money a fight already.
Yeah.
So after that, now him tell me, say me win money. So when they get to find out, it look like somebody will work inside. Give this camera them the number, everybody will win.
Yeah, no, I used to say them really thinking it up because Miss Kitty, I don't know if she still is, but for years, Miss Kitty was a digital brand ambassador. Right, so she was a digital brand ambassador. So them sit down and plot it out properly and thing for make it sound legitimate.
Properly, man.
Jano, that one you hot. That one you hot. All right, big up yourself here, sir. Safety up there in Canada, you know. Yeah, man.
UPS driver this a yearly up in the way go on the bus trip.
On the bus trip up in Canada there.
Yeah, man, we're glue on the wall.
We're glue on the, yeah, man, okay. Big up yourself, man. I say a word, man, all right? Blessings here, sir. Respect, man. Cool. All right, so what I know. Dylan, big up yourself. Big up yourself. No, man, I tell you, say, yo, if anybody walk in a bank right now and pull out a gun and say, give me the money where you have it, I might be like, yo, you were just so yesterday, like, that now we're again. Walk in a bank with gun and thing and whatever. That now we're again and I say you're a bank. I want to dirty man. You like behind times, you know? A man walking in a bank right now with a gun and ask for money, coming like a TDK cassette, like a Memorex cassette, you know, them 60-minute, 90-minute cassette, a 8-track tape, right? A changer, right? We back a day sitting them type of sitting and whatever. That now we're again, man, right? I do some proper scamming and some digital siphoning off of money and all these things. I be had them something they are going and some do your research and set up a scam and convince a person and them wire this, send this and whatever. John, no, that one they do. That Miss Kitty can ya. Yo, anyway, people, I will break and think I don't know some man are forward in this Wednesday. Where is the Prezi? Yeah. We are forward on this Wednesday, same place right just at 10 o'clock until 12 o'clock. Ragashanti live. On the bridge 99 FM and thing, land upon the self proper respect and thing. I don't know, say it cowl up here and all these things and whatever, but we are all it see. Big up on yourself in a Jamaica on a native son. Rating up to the max, same way, no seal and sign and thing. You see it? Strong like concrete and thing can't break and sitting. Bless upon yourself. Wednesday again, out of road.